there, my name is Samuel, and today we shall be taking a look at the 70651 Throne Room Showdown, which does contain 221 pieces and does contain 5 minifigures, which in my eyes, this is the first set where they started just jam-packing sets with absolutely wanted minifigures and amazing figures. And this did originally retail for £18, $20 and €20 back in, when was this? 2018, honestly. I remember finding this, I'm pretty sure this was a summer set, and I think I remember getting it like a day or two before release, which was really awesome. But yeah, when this was released, it was a really popular set because you had Harumi, you had the new Skylar, then you had Lloyd, then you had Nia, and you had Samurai X. And it was just jam-packed with lots of fan-favourite characters. So yeah, honestly, it's a really good set. And yeah, so the way I'm recording, I do want to briefly talk about this. I'm doing them in a backwards order. I generally start at the biggest set, because when I review biggest sets, I'm always just worried that I'm not getting it like a good enough quality. So yeah, I try and get those done first, because I feel like if I wait until the end and I might just be a bit like, oh, it's a big set, you know, it's quite a big one to finish off with, so I just prefer to get it done to make sure it's the highest quality I can make it. So yeah, I've already done the Dragon Pit. I'm going to do this, and then I'm hoping to do Stormbringer, the dragon. Then I'll most probably do next Friday, or no, maybe next Thursday, I'll then do the other ones in between, so that's why they're coming out a bit slower. But anyway, let's take a look at the minifigures and the main build itself. Taking a look at the minifigures, so first off here, you can see Lloyd, which honestly, I really like this battle version of Lloyd, and Nia. I just think these are just really well done outfits, yeah, I think are pretty awesome. There you can see the weapons, and Lloyd, of course, does have these handcuffs. And yes, there we go, we have Lloyd standing back up, and honestly, I really like these outfits. I think these are some of the best ones that they've actually ever done, due to the fact that I like the more darker tone that they, especially with Hunted. I just feel like it was better, because sometimes in Ninjago, of course, it is more aimed at kids, but I like it when it's a bit more that it can be for kids, but then adults as well, because, like, I can tell you, when I'm like a 50-year-old man, I still will be watching Ninjago, I'm not going to lie. So, honestly, there's just really good minifigs, but taking a look at Lloyd, there you can see his printing, which is so great. You've got the Woo Crew logo, and then he's got the toe printing, which is great. And then taking a look at Nia, she has the gunmetal grey and the dark azure blue, which honestly is really great as well. She has the zip, so you can see. That's one thing I always like wonder with their outfits. They never have like zips, and I'm like, what? How? Like, I guess like I always think sort of see them as Green Lantern outfits, that they just come with the power. But yeah, because then like you barely see them in casual. I'd love to get more just casual clothed ninja. I don't know, just break it up a bit more. But anyway, there you can see their face prints, which they look pretty angry on that side, and then that side you can see they look a lot more happy. And there's their back printing, which honestly looks really good. And moving on to the next two, we have Skylar and Samurai X, which honestly I think this version of Pixel is really good. Like, I honestly like getting it's great to get her figure, because at least the sets show us some love, but no, they're not lately. But anyway, and then Skylar, two characters again who I think really should be regulars. But anyway, here you can see how they look like, which is pretty cool. And removing their swords and all of their accessories, here you can see Skylar and Pixel's body printing, which looks pretty cool. There you can see some chainmail, which is pretty interesting, because actually I guess the Hunted ones did have it before Master of the Mountain. But anyway, there you can see that, which honestly is a really good printing. I like the look of that. She has like the dark red. It's like red, I would say, is one of the primary ninja colors, because Nia has it, Kai has it, and then Skylar. But then again, actually, do you think Skylar has it due to, actually, I think it might just be like a little homage to Kai. Like, it would make sense that as Kai is her boyfriend, she'd kind of support a bit of the red ninja on there. And there you can see Pixel, which is cool. But then again, it has white. That's actually something I've never thought about. Like, the ones who have like partners who aren't like an associated colored ninja, another character, they kind of have like a related one to their partner, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, there you can see their printings, which are pretty cool. There you can see Pixel's face, which honestly, that is such a shame what they did with the printing. It's honestly gone downhill. I'd prefer if they just printed it on a white head. I think it would just aesthetically look better. And then switch them around, there you can see their faces, which are pretty cool. And Skylar, as I did say in the old recording, yeah, it looks like that face, like she's concentrating, trying to use the dark power, which eventually comes her, because it is too dark for her to possess. And there you can see their printing, which looks pretty cool. And I never understood this Pixel face. To me, it looks an absolute mess. But there you can see the back back printing, which is really awesome. So these are the minifigures, and now let's take a look at Harumi. So here you can see Harumi, which honestly, or aka the Quiet One, is such a great character overall. Like, I'm going to try not to talk about it too much this time around, but honestly, she's such a good character. I think it's one of the best arcs about her and Lloyd, because you could see that originally she planned out trying to use Lloyd to get to Garmadon because she needed a bit like him to help her bring him back. But like, the idea was, it wasn't just how she fought. Like, she ended up actually falling for Lloyd. I think that was such a good thing, and especially with Prime Empire, I thought that was great when like Lloyd was trying to still get to grips with it. It's great development, because sometimes in like you see in younger like kid shows, characters get over experiences quicker. But like as an example with Zayn and the whole Ice Emperor thing, like he's not associated with it once. Like you'd think that he'd have some issue from it. But yeah, it's great just to see that story arc continue. And honestly, it was such a great one. But anyway, here you can see Harumi, which is such a good thing. And she is mostly one of my favourite villains. She just had such a you understand, you sort of get what space they're coming from. Like, she saw Garmadon save everyone, the ninja take everything. Like, you see it through our eyes, and you kind of get where she's coming from, even though it's wrong, you know. It's just one of those characters that really, like, I just thought they was achieved so well. But there you can see that, and then there you can see her back printing, which looks really good with her face printing. And I really hope we do get a casual Harumi at some point. Maybe if the new Ninjago City set, that would be great. You can see the build, which honestly, it's such a great set. Like, I kind of get that it doesn't really depict anything, but I presume, as I said before, well, I would have said the concept art, I think this may have been, like, I would say the throne room. Maybe what happened is, like, she built something in, like, the ruins of it. But anyway, this is what it looks like, which honestly, I think it just looks really cool. I like just the overall aesthetic of it. So starting off with the actual left-hand side here, you can see what it looks like, which honestly, I think it looks really awesome. You can see we have Lloyd's sword, and they said swords because I was thinking of Lloyd's and his sword. And then you can see this, we have quite a lot of space, which I really like, because as I moan about the 2015 bounty, it was over £100 and you couldn't fit 5 figures. This set, you could fit like 3 here. It's honestly absolutely great. So you can see we have a little banister, and then we've got this nice little corner area where you could stand a figure, and then we have this just little area up here, which you have this nice build of a camera, which I think is a pretty nice build, and also you have this little space up there, so if you wanted to, you could put a ninja on there if you wanted to. And moving along to the middle section here, you can see Harumi on her evil throne, which honestly, I think it looks great. The pearl gold is great. It's a shame we couldn't get more of that in the golden mech from this year, the legacy one. But anyway, that is what it is. You can see her throne, which is pretty awesome. I like the back of the seat, the flames. But the issue I have with it is these parts just pop off so often, and it's hard to get them perfectly straight. So it does wind me up, like when it just doesn't go the way. But still, it's fine. You know, I don't tend to move it too much. And here you can see that flame, which that's what I mean. To get them to go straight, I'd recommend to put that in there. But anyway, you can then move this out, which is pretty cool. It has a key for Lloyd and a scythe. So maybe if Harumi wants to go after someone or someone else hit it there, something like that, which that is pretty awesome. And then moving on, actually no, I just want to shoot from that angle. But then yes, moving on here, you can see this area, which got the same little area here. Basically, it's the same build, just with the little basically just these kind of parts changed, because that, yeah, so it is literally just the same build, just that part is literally the only difference. And the gate, but here you can see this gate, which honestly, looking up there again, it's sort of just how it was. But then taking a look at the actual little swords, I think it looks pretty cool. You can see we have a little lock up there, which is pretty nice. And if we move that up there, or we can take it off, that wasn't meant to happen, you can see we have Lloyd. And a good thing is that you can either have Lloyd standing in one, or you can, so if you've got to fit it flush up against a wall, or you can have him in the back if you've got some space behind, which I think is great just to have that. As I said before, space is one issue just with Lego. It's just a universal issue that, of course, can't be helped. So it's great when they do little touches like that to help out. But yeah, that is the main build of the set, which honestly, it is a really awesome looking build. And yeah, so I'm going to pass you on to Yesterday Me, and I better get this video edited. So overall, I think this is honestly just such an incredible set. As I said, it's got those really iconic characters, fan favourites. The build is really good. Doesn't really depict anything, but I guess it does with the throne. Maybe as a deleted concept scene, it would make sense that there might have been a scene with like Harumi sitting in like the throne of like the burnt down like the building. Maybe that may have happened in the concept art. Would be interesting to know. But yeah, overall, I think this set is honestly just such an incredible set. I love the minifigures, and again, the accuracy on the figures is almost there. Pixel, that's great. Yeah, great. Lloyd, really, where did I put it? Okay, so Lloyd should actually have some shoulder padding, which honestly, it does my head in. He should have that. Nia shouldn't for her suit, but Lloyd really should have that, so that would be perfectly fine. But yeah, I think it's really cool. And actually, Skylar shouldn't have the shoulder pads and the swords or the shurikens. But yeah, overall, I think this is such an incredible set. So guys, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments on this set in the comment section down below. And until tomorrow's video, I'll see you there. Bye for now.